Picture a creature built purely for nocturnal slaughter. A phantom with eyes that pierce the pitch-black darkness, jaws capable of exerting 400 pounds of pressure per square inch, enough to snap a human thigh bone like a dry twig, and a tracking system so precise it can smell your fear from 2 miles downwind. For tens of thousands of years, this was not a friend. This was the ultimate nightmare of the Pleistocene, the apex pack hunter of the frozen world, the Ice Age wolf. If you were a sapiens family huddling in a dark cave 30,000 years ago, hearing that long, bone-chilling howl echoing through the blizzard didn't mean man's best friend was nearby. It meant death was coming on 4 legs. It meant you were on the menu. And yet, look down at the rug in your living room right now. There sits a creature sharing 99% of that nightmare's DNA, wearing a ridiculous little sweater, begging for a piece of cheese, and barking at the vacuum cleaner. Doubt how did the most terrifying interspecies rivalry on Earth transform into the most successful military alliance in the history of life? We didn't conquer the apex predator of the Ice Age, we recruited it. To understand the genius of this alliance, you have to understand the existential vulnerability of the human species at night. We are diurnal creatures. When the sun goes down, sapiens are functionally blind, slow, and defenseless. In the Paleolithic darkness, a cave lion or a saber-toothed cat didn't see a formidable toolmaker. They saw a helpless, soft-skinned sack of meat that couldn't see 5 feet in front of its face. Night was the arena where sapiens lost. Wolves, on the other hand, owned the night. They were biological radar systems. They had specialized eyes designed for low-light tracking, an auditory range 4 times greater than ours, and an olfactory bulb 40 times larger than a human's. They were the undisputed masters of perimeter security. For millennia, wolves and humans were locked in a brutal war for the exact same resources. We hunted the same deer, occupied the same valleys, and killed each other on sight. It was a zero-sum game between 2 hyper-intelligent pack hunters. So, how did we cross the blood-soaked trench between enemies? The old myth tells us a brave sapiens hunter found a cute wolf pup, brought it back to the campfire, and domesticated it. That narrative is completely wrong. You don't tame a wild apex predator with a warm hug. The truth is much darker and far more interesting. It wasn't we who domesticated the wolf. The wolf domesticated itself. As sapiens became more efficient hunters, thanks to tools like the atlatl, we generated something the ancient world had never seen before: vast piles of food waste, megafauna bones, rotting meat scraps, and nutrient-rich marrow dumped on the outskirts of our camps. To a wild wolf pack, a sapiens camp was a biohazard of death, but to a brave, starving outcast, it was a gold mine. This was where natural selection took a sharp, radical turn. A hyper-aggressive wolf that approached a sapiens camp got a heavy stone spear straight through its skull. A timid, terrified wolf ran away and starved in the snow. But the curious wolf? The one with slightly lower adrenaline levels, slightly less fear, and a mutation in its stress response system? That wolf hung around the perimeter. It scavenged our trash. It survived the winter without having to wrestle a mega bison. Generation by generation, these fringe wolves began to change. Their adrenaline dropped. Their skulls shrank. Their ears flopped. Their brains rewired themselves to tolerate the most unpredictable, dangerous creature on the planet: us. It wasn't a sudden conquest. It was a slow, evolutionary bribe paid in leftover bones. And then, the breakthrough happened. The moment the 2 most dangerous packs on Earth realized they were better together. I imagine a group of cave lions stalking a sapiens camp under the cover of a pitch-black blizzard. The humans are asleep, blind to the encroaching shadow. Normally, this ends in a slaughter. But now, lying near the ashes of the campfire, is a proto-dog. Long before human eyes can see a flicker of movement, long before human ears can hear a footstep in the snow, the wolf's ears twitch, its nostrils flare, the hair on its neck stands up. It lets out a low, guttural growl, a warning bark. In an instant, the entire sapiens band wakes up. Torches are lit. Spears are drawn, the ambush is ruined, the predators retreat. Sapiens didn't just gain an animal. We installed a 360-degree thermal imaging, early warning radar system around our species. In return, when sapiens went on the hunt, the wolves tracked the blood trail for miles. Once the prey was cornered, humans provided the heavy artillery, the long-range kill shots from our spears that kept the wolves safe from dangerous counterattacks. It was the ultimate division of labor. The wolf provided the senses and the tracking. The sapiens provided the firepower and the strategy. We became an interspecies superorganism. This alliance completely reshaped the global map of survival. Archaeological evidence shows a massive surge in sapiens' hunting efficiency around 30,000 years ago, coinciding precisely with the earliest dog burials. Tribes with dogs ate better, slept safer, and lost fewer children to night predators. Tribes without dogs simply couldn't compete. Remember our heavyset cousins, the Neanderthals? When Neanderthals looked out into the cold, they saw isolated bands of humans struggling against the elements. But when sapiens moved across Europe, we didn't walk alone. We moved in massive tactical units, escorted by packs of tamed war beasts that guarded our flanks and flushed out our prey. Neanderthals were hunting with stone knives in a world where sapiens had just integrated attack dogs into their infantry. The battle for the Ice Age was over before it even truly began. The evolution from wolf to dog is not just a story about a pet. It is a monument to sapiens' greatest evolutionary superpower, our ability to cooperate across boundaries, even the boundaries of species. We took our deadliest rival, the demon of the dark, the monster of our nightmares, and through patience, scraps of meat, and mutual necessity, we turned it into our most loyal brother in arms. Every time your dog looks at you with those devoted, soft eyes, you are looking at the descendant of a creature that once hunted your ancestors in the dark. We didn't just survive the Ice Age because we were smart. We survived because we offered a bone to the nightmare at the edge of the fire, and made it our best friend.
My best friend.
Did you think sapiens could have conquered the globe and survived the Ice Age without the help of the wolf? Or would another predator have taken its place? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Check out the comments down below.
And if you want to keep traveling back in time to discover how we cheated our way to the top of the food chain, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, Doodle Traveler, and I'll see you in the next deep dive.